Thank you again. How can I be of service? I can tend to your injuries, provided you... Many thanks. Now, hold still. You might experience some momentary discomfort. Right as rain. Now, will there be anything else?
Looks like the traders are holed up in the monastery. So much for piety.
Are you sure that rope can support us?
I am 100% certain that its tensile strength is marginally greater than us by weight. Probably.
Void it all! Roger always... Hey! Body's not even cold yet. Show a little respect.
Seer Wiley said I wasn't on his list and let me go. He must have predicted I wouldn't fight back. I don't understand. Where's the abbot? Why isn't he doing something?
Think when we kick his head in, it'll be simple enough for him to understand?
Setting into motion the future most aligned with the plan. Hold that belief in your minds. Let it strengthen your resolve, and do not hesitate. The time for ideation is concluded. Now is the time for execution. Decide the order and some symbolism within it. Claim that all things happen for a reason. But the wise among us know that nothing occurs without a catalyst. We are that catalyst. Setting into motion the future most aligned with the plan.
aggressors in range.
Nice of Seer Wiley to leave us this nightlight. Sorry. Rejuvenation device.
That device may be the device.
Look alive, Commander.
Either restore my life or avenge my death. Better stick with folks on.
Let me handle this. Raft's raring to go.
Balancing the equation.
This looks a lot like those N-ray junction boxes. Still got the scanner on you?
Found another one.
Got my lamps on a hospital.
Damn it. I knew there'd be a high probability of fighting, but I didn't think.
Hey,
Looks like a fight. And here I was, hoping for a peaceful, rejuvenating soak.
That's just plain wrong. Whoever wired this up should be expelled from the Order. I thought they had some self-respect.
It's a throw! The plan will be terminated from it.
Intentional.
Look, I know this ain't gonna get to the abbot, but I have complaints that need registering anyhow. This monastery's too big for the staff we've got. And it sure seems like the scienticians and theorists here ain't fixated on keeping neat. I might just be a novice, but at 73 years of age, I have enough self-respect that I shouldn't be picking up another body's lavation towels. Still, ain't as bad as it was in Auntie's choice. But that don't mean it's good. I just ask you folks to remember that there's more of importance out here than just your numbers.
So, 5 numbers. What are they?
Eliminate the target!
think we found the Abbot's quarters. How selfless of him to safeguard this finery for his people's own good.
Instructor, of course. Bishop Basar has failed this order as its preeminent luminary. And without our intervention, she would make peace with the primitive minds of Auntie's choice. This must be prevented, whatever the cost, or humanity's ascent. Forestalled by centuries, if not millennia.
Statistics at
Stalwart agent arrives. I need more time to finish my work, so I've prepared a choice for you. The hostages in the card press before you will die unless you intervene. If you go through the door on the right, you'll find the means to save them by solving a simple puzzle. Leave through the other door, however, and they will die, screaming in abject terror. But how could you call yourself an Earth Directorate agent if you allowed that to transpire?
Well, this is a twisted way to try and stall us. But we can't just leave them.
I prefer to kill my enemies first, innocent hostages later.
Look, whatever the Seer and DeVries are doing, we'll have time to sort it out later. These folk don't have that kind of time.
Raise high probability. Wiley trapped us. He let some others go, but didn't even give us the chance to surrender.
He's lost him!
Keeps going on about his puzzle in the research wing upstairs.
That must be working. It's the key to stop the press. Hurry!
Well, that's one place to put a safe. Reckon it's part of Wiley's puzzle somehow.
Aggressor at hand. Liquidate him. Pick me up. I'd do it for you. Regain line of
The equation! Refilling munitions!
recharge the mayhem. Destroy my life or avenge my death.
Back in business.
Seems we've effectively begun their puzzle. Idiots. Look, they obviously meant for this to waste our time. Let's just find a way to kill the hostages so we can move on.
See? Didn't I tell you our friend would be there? Hurry! Disable the court press machine!
Glad we saved those folk. But now we need to deal with the bastard behind all of this. Let's move.
Would appreciate that, I think.
Look alive, Commander.
A friendly company. They're fine.
Wrist weapon primed.
Looks like a fight.
Sharp it up. Hostiles nearby.
I'm alive. Who needs to die?
Predicting imminent combat. Beginning field. Anomalous disturbance.
It's a brawl.
Oh, look! A room dedicated to the insignificance of human existence inside a temple dedicated to mathematically proving its pointlessness.
So Clemen's killer arrives. So much of our plan ruined because of your meddling. Victor's explosives would have minimized casualties on both sides. You may have bested my peer, but he was never my equal anyway, and neither are you. You took so long, I was beginning to think my little puzzle actually stumped you. You seem confused. Allow me to delineate on the totality of your failure. Saving the hostages delayed you just long enough for me to complete my work. I was able to transmit not only the coordinates for the peace talks, but also the station security protocols, giving Augustine control over its automechanicals. She has everything. That's preposterous. In a transparent attempt at sowing discord between us, I haven't the time nor desire to enumerate the failings in your logic. Suffice to say, you misunderstand the basic fundamentals of my objectives. The Order has been dislocated from its ideals, becoming the opposite of all they espouse. DeVries and I are merely providing a necessary realignment. True, some may suffer as a result, but you can't solve for Hadwiger's conjecture without dissecting a few simplexes. Any other torches I can throw down into the fathomless pit of your mind? Or can we conclude this pointless tete-a-tete? As if you could even understand my methodology. I wager you're no more conversant in probabilistic analysis than a saprophyte. No. The nuance would only be lost on you. Expressed simply, the Order is ossified, outdated. They have lost sight of what matters. For Arcadia's sake, it is up to us to clear the field of play and begin anew. This violence, it is a means to an end, a prerequisite for peace. Heroes are often called upon to make the difficult choices others cannot, and so we have. Because we must.
I found that anyone who unironically calls himself a hero is also undoubtedly an ass. An incompetent one at that.
Fortunately for me, I don't concern myself with the opinions of neophytes. What in the Architect's computational summary are you on about? That hopeless, ineffectual, over-reliant waste of workspace? He wouldn't dare. But I am beyond reproach. My talent without peer. What has Joseph ever done for the Order except occupy my valuable time with useless queries? No, this is some kind of deception. It has to be. I could not have missed such obvious machinations. My math is correct. My math is always correct. How could I have failed to recognize such gaps in my predictions? I checked and triple-checked. What more could I have done? Where did I err?
Enough! Please. Your point has been sufficiently made, and I truly lack the capacity to debate you further. I've already sent Augustine everything she needs. But all our communications are on this terminal. It is yours to peruse. Though I cannot say whether the information will be useful. Obviously, my analytical acumen is not what I'd assumed. All I know is that I was never meant to stop you. Now I must send word to my allies here at the monastery to stand down and notify them of my resignation from the Order. Effective immediately.
Fool I was. To believe I mattered in the plan's grand scheme. Leave me be. I have no more predictions to offer. Now,
I have grown worried. I have not received word from Archivist Clemens in some time, and I imagine you would have relayed any pertinent information by now. I fear this bodes ill. Without him, our only option is a direct assault. A risky proposition, to be sure. The last thing any of us want is for our plan to spiral out of control. And so it falls on you to seize back that control. Use the methods we discussed to take command of the monastery. When it is done, I will send further instruction. You have my trust. See that it is not misplaced. I'm much obliged for your tireless work, however, yet we must act. I'm much obliged for your however, yet we must. I'm much obliged, however, though the code, yet we must act. I fear this spoke. The last thing, use the method.
Best get a move on to the peace talks. DeVries won't hesitate, and neither should we.
Agent, over here. I assume you had a chance to speak with Landon. That is, Seer Wiley. I'm greatly relieved to hear it. Did he mention me at all? I'd rather hope that would not come to light. I gather he did not receive the revelation well. I'm sure you also think me to blame for all of this. But you have to understand my position. How ill-equipped all in the Order are for this new world. With the schism and now the war, the Order stands alone for the first time in its storied history. We have no experience with governance. Well, myself especially. You've given me much to think about, and the opportunity to do so. I'm grateful. I won't keep you any longer. Thank you for your assistance in reclaiming the monastery, regrettable as the business was. You are welcome to collect the experimental weapon inside the observatory, the Oracle. It was Landon's design. Only seems fitting you take it. This key will unlock the case. May all your future endeavors proceed in accordance to the plan.
Look, I'm not with Auntie anymore. I'm going to lend a hand at the exclusion center. Tend to the injuries.
That must be Matriarch's Mercy. Matriarch's Mercy. Sure think a lot of their royal family, don't they?
Best we start discussing strategy, Commander.
The information collected on the peace talks has been verified, Commander. As time is a factor, this unit suggests heading to Greater Tranquility Station as soon as you are able.
If we ain't keen on courting complete chaos, we'll need a plan. A solid one.
What? Courting complete chaos is a solid plan. The best kind.
Should Agent DeVries succeed, current trajectories suggest a massive spike in civilian deaths throughout Arcadia. Records indicate Greater Tranquility is a derelict station. Consequently, the ideal route to reach the main chamber for the peace talks will be through its underbelly. Be advised, in the absence of Victor, status deceased, and his explosives, Agent DeVries and her team will be committed to a frontal assault. Due to delays incurred while saving the Order hostages, DeVries also has the codes to control the station's security automechanicals, and will assuredly deploy them against you, Commander. Cobwebs are not typically armed. Threat assessment, minimal. Additionally, per the Earth Directorate Manual, when lacking equivalent combat forces, determination and vast amounts of ammunition may make up the difference.
You know where I stand. This war's taken too many good folk from us. I'll be damned if I let DeVries add to that number.
I'm coming with you. Who better to make DeVries pay for Horizon Point than a pair of our own Phantoms? Good. Would have been a shame if DeVries was the reason for us falling out, too.
Confirming coordinates for Greater Tranquility Station. Confirmed. Use the astrogator when you are ready to navigate to the station, Commander.
Careful now. You sure haven't lost any of your boundless energy.
like the second choice has got a new shipment of swill.
Can't chit-chat. Mind you're on a list of something big at the moment.
This ain't the place to go poking your nose in other folks' business.
Sorry, loitering ain't my crime of choice.
All items only. Sorry, pal. You look a tad too upscale for us to do business.
I was under the impression that Free Market Station was open to all. Why am I being accosted?
Free Market Station is open to all, except spies. Thoughtful suspicions. You've been gallivanting about, asking everyone questions.
I am not a spy. The information I'm collecting here shall be of historical significance.
I think I misplaced a hand grenade. We'll know in a couple seconds if it's armed or not. Browse all you like. Everything I've got is fine-tuned to perfection. Feel free to go on a murder... If it ain't... Hey, browse all you like. That's privileged information, friend. If you want it, you're going to have to kill me. Just jesting. If it inflicts grievous bodily harm on other people, I've got it.
Keep a low profile. We're trying to run a respectable
Protect your loved
criminal
ones,
operation
protect
here.
your... Only thing dependable is my gear. Tell me what you need. Can do. Get caught unawares all you like. My armor will keep you safe.
You need coveralls, we got coveralls. Auntie's Choice thanks you for, if you're in need of sprucing up the old wardrobe, I can provide. I got rags, fineries, and everything in between.
Meals currently preparing Schniveling Servitude. What may this unit rehydrate for you? Negative. This unit and stall are registered to Gerald T. Wenrich. Mr. Wenrich last visited 222 days. When last seen, Mr. Wenrich mentioned he was, quote, going to teach those, redacted, sub rosa, redacted, A-less, all wares were at some point cooked fresh. Shop here to acquire fine food for cheap.
Anybody even listening to this? Let me tell you stuff.